What's up, Canes fans? Peter Ariz here from CanesInsight.com, bringing you another edition of the Canes Insight podcast. Another very special guest today. Myself and Brad Tejeda had the opportunity to sit down with Jarquez Carter, defensive lineman out of Newberry, Florida. His recruitment's blowing up right now. Recently visited Miami, and he's got a busy schedule planned out in front of him here for the spring. Before we get to that interview, though, I want to remind you guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel, have a bunch of exciting stuff coming up here on Canes Insight on the YouTube page, on the website, on the forums as well. Check all the social medias, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. We are on there. And remember, this episode is brought to you by Closure Investigative Agency. Is your ex-partner failing to pay child support? You deserve better. Let Closure Investigative Agency help you. Let's go get your money. Background checks, cheating spouses, corporate investigations, insurance investigations, legal investigations, employee theft investigations, domestic services, missing persons, surveillance services. Closure Investigative Agency. Contact them at 561-437-6080 or info@ciagency.net. 5-star Google rated, and the entire state of Florida is covered. Coming up next on the Canes Insight podcast, Jarquez Carter joins the show. What's up, Canes fans? Welcome in to the Canes Insight podcast right now. Jarquez Carter out of Newberry, Florida, one of the top defensive linemen in the country, a big priority for Miami's recruiting class this year, and a guy who's fresh off a visit to Miami. I know he's got a busy recruiting schedule lined up this spring. Jarquez, appreciate you joining the show today. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
So talk to me, man. I mean, you're fresh off this Miami visit, so I know it's still kind of in your head a little bit. Your overall impression about your visit down to Coral Gables. Obviously, you're from Newberry, not far from the Gainesville area, for those who are unaware. So you came down to South Florida. Talk to us about that visit.
It was a great visit. I had a great time talking with Coach Jason Taylor. We connected a lot. We actually watched film together as a group, and then he was just going over the schemes they do with the D-line.
I mean, talk about that experience, being able to sit down and watch film with an NFL Hall of Famer, right? Because you're getting recruited by all these great programs. We'll talk about some of the other schools that you're considering now, but not many guys can say that not only they played in the league, but played at the level that he did. So what was it like being able to kind of sit down with him and get some of those pointers?
It was a great experience. He was teaching me his long arm, the move that made him famous. He was just telling me the different moves you can use with it, how you can get under the dudes, the old linemen, use their leverage against them, and then just extend your arms, and you should win most of the time. And it was a great learning from him.
You know, Jarquez, we talk a little bit off air, before this interview. And like Peter said, there's not many guys that get coached by guys like Jason Taylor. But as we know, being from Gainesville, Newberry area, there's not many guys that get approached by the schools that you've been getting approached to lately. We talk about guys like Corey Durden, who played the same position as you, defensive tackle, plays over at the Rams right now. He went to Florida State at one point, transferred to NC State, and was a first-team All-ACC type of player. You also got guys like Mike Natil back in the day and Antoine Ivey, who passed away. But you being from Newberry, man, talk a little bit about what it means for you to kind of put Newberry on your shoulders and kind of get the recognition that you've been getting lately, and just what it means to you being from the city of Newberry to really put them on the map.
It means a lot because at first everybody told me not to go to Newberry. They said you won't get no recognition, you won't get no type of looks, no coaches will come your way because how small the school is, the competition. But by bringing all the coaches, bringing the attention to Newberry, it kind of made me feel good about myself because we're a small school. I feel like next year we can win state. That's what means a lot for the city too, and just proving everybody wrong that doubted us.
Hey, man, it's great that you have these goals and achievements ahead of you. And, you talk a little bit about the emphasis of how small the school of Newberry is. And, Peter mentioned about your visit to the University of Miami recently, but there was also a visit to Newberry High School recently. And you talked a little bit about what it really meant for you, just seeing a helicopter, land at a small school like Newberry. I believe the staff was the first school to land that helicopter like that. So just a big moment like that. What did something like that mean to you?
Yeah, man, a lot. It really showed me that I'm important to the staff. Um, it meant a lot for the school too, because a lot of kids came out, a lot of staff came out. They was taking pictures. It was just a good time for the school, just to enjoy a moment like that.
Jarquez, I mean, how crazy has it been for you recently? Obviously, you visited Miami. You're going to be visiting Alabama this weekend, I believe, but you picked up offers from Washington, from Georgia, right? So, did you expect this all to happen so quickly like this? Or is it just kind of come out of nowhere for you?
I didn't expect it, but I expected to have some offers. I didn't know it was gonna be this big. I always felt like I was a little underrated during my early high school career. I always felt like I wasn't getting looked at like I should, but now getting the attention that I felt I deserved because all the work I put in, I feel great about it.
And talking about you on the field is, I'll pull up some of your huddle tape here in a second. But you're a guy who plays kind of all across that defensive line, right? I mean, how would you describe your ability as a pass rusher? Obviously, defensive tackle is what you're listed at, but I see you standing up in your film. I see you, as a hand in the ground, edge rusher, also playing inside. So just talk to me a little bit about how you would describe your style of play as a defensive lineman.
I think I'm a versatile player. My coach said he gave me the option to, if I feel like it's a pass or like a third and long, he told me I can go to the outside, rush from the outside. By me doing that, I'm gonna draw the running back to focus on me, and it makes it easier for the people on the other side to get to the ball or bring pressure to the quarterback. I think by me moving around the line, it helps my team all the way out. Helps the people on the other side get pressure, get to the quarterback because I draw most of the attention. But overall, I'm just a team player. I just do whatever it is for my team to win and be successful.
You play
And Jarquez,
basketball. Go ahead, Brad. I'll ask about the basketball after, but I got to get into the hoops.
yeah, for sure. Now, Jarquez, we talk about your athleticism and the way you're able to play multiple positions. What does it mean to you to be able to see firsthand, that some of the younger guys on our current football team, guys like Ruben Bain, Nigel Kelly, Akeem Mesidor as well, being able to transition and be able to use them at the defensive end position and the defensive tackle position and see them be productive firsthand. What does that mean to you to where you're able to visualize yourself in those type of positions?
It means a lot because that's the reason I started doing that because when you're versatile, you can really play anywhere. They can develop you at any position. You don't know because I could be playing DN in the next level. So by me practicing that, I can be like a Ruben Bain when I get to college.
And I know Mario and Coach Guidry and Coach Joe, recently visited you over at Newberry High School. What were kind of the things that you brought out of that visit that really stood out to you, whether it was a personal message to yourself or whether it was a executed plan where they really had some things lined up ready for you to really see yourself in the orange and green in the future? What were some things that you took away from that visit?
Um, by them coming up to see me, even though I was coming to them, that meant a lot. Me and Coach Joe always keep in touch. We always talking on the phone. He's one of the coaches I talk to almost every week. He texts me on a daily basis. I feel like we just have a great connection. Coach Cristobal, he's a great coach. He's a great person to talk to. I feel like he's one of the best head coaches to talk to. But overall, I just love the coaching staff. They all feel like family, and I just got a great connection with them.
Jarquez, I got to
Right.
ask about the basketball, like I was getting to before, because it's a new school of defensive linemen, right? It's not these 330-pound, 340-pound run stoppers, right? There's still guys that play that role, but you could see your twitchiness, your explosiveness off the line of scrimmage in these clips here. How much of that do you think is from the way that you are a basketball player? Just talk to me about your background in basketball a little bit.
Oh, that's a lot from basketball. At first, I wasn't gonna play it, but then the D-line coach said you might as well. You a lot of stuff can transition from basketball to football, like the hop step or the drop step. It helps a lot. In basketball, I think you need to be very explosive because I'm dunking. I dunked a few times during warm up, so you need a lot of explosiveness to do that to get to the rim. But I think that transition a lot.
Give me the scouting report of your game, man. Are you just a straight big man in the post? Are you running the floor? You grabbing boards, blocking shots? Give me the rundown.
Oh yeah, I'm a big man. I'm like a Dennis Rodman. I'm a straight big.
Okay.
I don't like
Okay.
people. I don't like people trying to come in the paint or try to dunk on me and play bully ball against me. One time, my coach said I didn't have enough fouls. One game, so I had to get that up.
So you're a little bit of the enforcer in there. Listen, we need to get some basketball huddle clips. This next, I guess, are you in season right now, or is it over yet?
I'm actually not. I'm not playing this season.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay. Yeah. Listen, I guess it's time to focus on the moneymaker, the football. But no, I definitely, you see it in these clips, man. You getting upfield, and the hands too, obviously, and the footwork. I think a lot of that uh, comes into play from basketball. A couple more questions about this Miami visit, Jarquez. I mean, you talked about your experience with the coaching staff already a little bit. What were your impressions of the campus? Coral Gables. Did anyone from your family come down with you? And what was your impression of everything in terms of the school and the facilities and all that?
on the campus was real nice. I didn't know that was my first time actually touring the campus. So it was real nice. I a private school, a nice small school. They was telling me that I can get real connected with the teachers, have a personal connection with the teachers because how small the classroom is. I definitely like that part. It's just like a nice, just nice. Everything about it just nice. I liked how the former players come back and actually sit there and help the kids out, talk to the kids. Because my cousin did the same thing. Jerome McDougal, he came back when I got the offer. During the camp, he came back to help me and then teach me a few tips during one-on-one. So that's what I like about the team, just the culture and the family.
So wait, did you just say Jerome McDougal is your cousin?
Mhm.
Is that
My,
correct?
Wow, obviously, Kane's
Huh?
great defensive
Nice.
lineman, man. Talk about that. I
Okay.
mean, what is that family connection? And just kind of, has he been in your ear? I'm guessing. Look, obviously, he's going to support you wherever you go, but I'm sure he's got a certain opinion about where he thinks you'd fit best.
yeah, when he came to the camp, he was just trying to help me out, give me the tools I need. But he probably do want me to go to Miami. Most likely he do, but he never tried to push me and make a decision. He always told me it's up to you, wherever you feel fit, wherever you feel like you can spend the next 3 to 4 years. It's all up to you.
Now, Jarquez, we've been talking a lot about football, man, but I want to kind of move things to outside the field, right? What are some type of classes or a major that you think you're looking into in the future? Because I know over at Newberry, I don't think most people are aware, but I think Newberry, don't they have like a farm and agriculture class, or you can legit like farm out there? I know they did at one point.
They do. They still do.
They still do, right? So what, I don't think you're going to be a farmer anytime soon, but what are some things that you're looking into outside the game of football that you're really interested in?
For me, I always wanted to stay in football. I wanted to be a coach in the later
Okay.
future. But when I go to college, I want to get my business degree, study business and finance. But I want to be a coach, a position coach, probably D-line coach, and work my way up.
Okay, so you
Man,
want to be a coach and you got to be a student of the game, right? So talk about a little bit about how important it is for you in particular to really watch film and kind of get leverage on those offensive linemen or just the play calling and quarterback in general. What are some techniques or things that you do personally to help you with that?
I watch film a lot. Our coach have a thing on Huddle where you can check it. I'm always up top. I always try to get on the guys to watch film. I'm the one who told our coach we should take notes during study hall. We should bring pencils and papers. I get onto the guys all the time about that. Sometimes I made a group chat and then I asked everyone, what did y'all think about the game? What's the notes y'all have about the game? What y'all think we can get better at? Just studying the game. I study people that's in the higher level as me, like Aaron Donald, Chris Jones. I study them to try to improve my game. And sometimes I try to help my teammates on the sideline if I know that because they look up to me, so I try to help them just in just in just to get them better.
Jarquez, what's your go-to pass rush move? Look, we can't be giving away too many secrets, but if your opponents aren't already watching the film, then that's their problem.
My go-to is speed to power. I want to hit you with the first two steps to get you off balance. Then I want to just get in your chest and club my arm in your chest, and then like probably hit that. So like a fake, pop to the chest, and then outside hand, then rip up. Yeah, it's like something I do. Yeah.
And listen, this is great for you to already have these. A lot of guys at your age, they're just going with straight speed or power, right? So, I think you understand that there's more to it than just the athletic ability, right? The hand to hand combat at your position has to be, in the trenches in general, one of the more important aspects of your position.
Yeah, you're right.
Jarquez, a
And
couple
also,
more things here before we let you go. Go ahead, Brad.
I was gonna say also, Jarquez, one thing, especially with your position and the mentality that you got to bring on and off the football field. One thing that us Miami fans really throw out this word a lot, but especially when it comes to the defensive line position, you got to have that dog in you, right? That dog mentality. Talk a little bit to us about what that word means to you and kind of how you bring it on and off the football field.
That means you have to be mentally prepared. Playing D line is real hard. Jam fingers every game. You got to play through bruises, play through helmets to body every single play. You can't be no baby playing this position. It's a lot to it. You get double team. We probably the least selfish position now tomorrow. We gotta get double team, triple team. Sometimes just to see the linebackers make the play, and then sometimes you just gotta go with it. Playing D line, I'll say, you just gotta fight through everything. It's a battle every single down, every single play. Even if you don't make the play, you still fighting with the next person to try to make the play every single play.
Love that
Because
answer.
we've talked a lot about Miami. Just talk to us a little bit about what your recruiting schedule looks like the next, month or so, and have you kind of figured out your time frame? When you want to have your decision. Some guys want to make it early. Some guys are summer. Some guys are when the season starts. So, have you started to process that and talk to us a little bit about what your calendar looks like moving forward?
All right, so I'm going to Florida tomorrow for like a little visit, but I'm not gonna be able to make it to Alabama. Everybody thought I was going to Alabama, but my mom's schedule got changed, so I'm just gonna go to Florida State with my coach on Saturday. And I plan on cutting the schools to a top 10 in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna sit down with my mom and dad, and we just go think about the schools because we make lists every time we go on visits on what we like and don't like about the schools, and then we just go do a top 10 in 2 weeks. I plan on committing probably in the beginning of the season. I want to do like official visits to two schools to watch the game, and after I do that, I'm gonna commit.
Jarquez, you talk about this list, between you and your parents when you go on these visits and some of the things you look for. Talk to a little bit about us about some of the pros, like some of the top things on your list for you and your family in particular that you really look for in a university, whether it's Miami or any other program.
I'll say based. I like going to watch coaches coach. Just seeing that how they talk, what type of drills they do, just what type of person they are, how they watch film. I like putting down notes about the campus. Like if it's a big campus, is it gonna be a lot of distractions? It's gonna be this and that. I talk about the nutrition. That's a big part. How they get their guys healthy, how they get their guys prepared for each game, and then I bring up what else? I just bring up sometimes just the culture. I have that, just the feeling of the school. when you go to a school and you know which school it is, you'll get that feeling on. That's what a lot of my peers told me that's already committed, that feeling on, like, this is my school, this is the school I'm going to be at for the next 3 to 4 years. It's just all of them.
Absolutely. And you being from Newberry, man, as we know, this is Gainesville country. You're kind of in the territory of UF. And you just talked about recently about you're going to a UF visit here shortly. Was UF a school that kind of you grew up as your favorite team, or were you a guy that kind of just liked a team outside the state of Florida?
Actually, I ain't like Florida. When I
Okay.
grew up. Actually, it was a Florida State.
You're gaining a lot of fan. Well, now that you just said that you were a Florida State fan, I was going to say a lot of Canes fans listening to this are going to be. But now that you said that, I don't know.
And hey, we'll take Florida State over Florida fans, so you're all good, man. But I mean, either way, man, you got to enjoy these visits. Take every visit, one day at a time, man. Enjoy the process. As you and your family know, man, you got your pros and cons to every visit, and I think coaches that are upfront, honest with you, don't hide anything from you, man, and have a plan for you, present. You can really see your future with, man. You got to go with your gut and your heart, man.
So.
Jarquez, appreciate you joining the Canes Insight podcast today. Best of luck the rest of the way, and enjoy, like Brad said, enjoy these next few weeks and months as you get into the thick of your recruiting schedule here.